From CinemaVet at cinemavet.com, 661-253-9300. Good morning, Dr. Ronchetto.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Today we're going to talk about rabbits as pets. Now, there's a thing I learned in college from my roommate. At the beginning of every month, you're supposed to say rabbit out loud. The first thing you say when you wake up, you're still laying in bed. And you have to say rabbit at least once, sometimes 3 times. And it's supposed to give you good luck throughout the month. And I believe the origin was from England. I think this is where this first started. And so it got me thinking about rabbits as pets. My husband, because we have, rabbit's foot, keychains and stuff like that, is supposed to bring you good luck. Mm-hmm. Now saying rabbit at the top of each month. Had you ever heard about the saying rabbit?
I haven't. No, but I love it.
Okay. So before you say anything, you can't, turn to your, husband or spouse or your dog. You can't say anything. The first thing you got to just open your eyes, realize it's the first of the month, and you say out loud, rabbit. And I'll tell you, the first couple of times I did this after getting married, because I've been doing this since college. It was,
wow.
I think he was freaked out. I'm not going to lie.
That's so interesting.
So, and now I have all my friends do it. I don't know. Listen, I don't know if it works, but we can use all the help we can get.
Why not?
Rabbits as pets. So the first question I have for you as a vet, do rabbits actually make good pets?
They can, for the right person or family. So rabbits, just like dogs and cats, all have their own little personalities. So some, may like to be cuddled and held more than others. Others may be more independent and want to do their own thing. In general, I don't necessarily recommend rabbits for really small children, just because if they are the kind that don't really like to be held, it's not really good to force them to be held and cuddled. And they have very delicate spines and very powerful back feet. So if they get scared or are going to freak out or something, they can injure themselves pretty easily. With those back feet, they kick out too hard or something. If they're not well sort of stabilized, and they can really injure themselves. So really, kind of seeing if your kids are mature enough to be able to handle a rabbit and take care of them, and not force them into being snuggled all the time, because, again, not every rabbit is snuggly. But they can make really good pets. I mean, they're really fun. They're really smart. They can be litter box trained. They're playful.
Can you keep them indoors?
You can keep them indoors. I kind of recommend that for the most part, is keeping them indoors. Obviously, if you do keep them outside, they need to be in a very safe rabbit hutch so that other things can't get them. Certainly they're prey species, so lots of critters out here are going to want to get to them. But yeah, if you keep them indoors, they can be litter box trained really easily. You just want to bunny proof otherwise, because they will chew on pretty much anything in their path. So
how do you do that? Like, first of all, how do you care for a rabbit? Like, just how do you care for a rabbit? I don't even know. Like, okay, so we bring a rabbit home, and I don't even know how you would litter box train a rabbit.
So rabbits need a special diet, so they do need to have a grass hay to be eating most of the day, like have that out all the time, grass hay.
Wait a second. I grew up with Bugs Bunny always eating carrots. What's up with that?
So, yes, they can have carrots and other veggies and things like that for treats, little bits of pellets for treats, but mostly hay is what they want to eat. That's going to be the best for their digestion. You would, if you have them indoors, you would want them in an enclosure, certainly a nice large cage when you're not supervising them, and, a separate area for that little litter pan. And they kind of like train themselves, kind of like cats. They kind of train themselves. If you give them like a specific area within their little cage to go, they will gravitate towards that. But yes, when they are out, turtles need supervision because they want to chew on things. So anything wooden in their, in their area, they may want to chew on.
Can we give them toys like we give to?
Absolutely. Yeah. So there are rabbit toys you can give and lots of different things that are appropriate to chew on, and that would definitely help. They are pretty social, so they want to interact with you or interact with another rabbit potentially. They can get along with dogs and cats. Again, it just all depends on everybody's personalities. So,
do they require a lot of veterinarian care?
We do recommend them come in at least once a year for veterinary visits. They are pretty particular with their gastrointestinal systems. That's why the hay is important, to make sure they're able to eat whenever they want. Pooping all the time is important, and we want to check their teeth because they should be, with that hay, hopefully wearing their teeth down properly. Rabbit teeth grow continually, so that's one of the main things that we see is dental problems that we would need to fix.
Wait a minute. They grow continually. What does that mean? Is that why the cartoons always have buck teeth on a rabbit?
Yeah, they do have really long incisors, that the teeth in front, and then they have molars in the back, and they all will grow kind of all the time. So the hay helps them to wear down their teeth by chewing in a specific way to kind of wear those teeth down. And a lot of times they may have a tooth that's crooked or not in the right way, and so then that can cause problems that we would need to go in and, sedate them to be able to file their teeth down or do whatever we need to do.
Rabbit braces? Rabbit headgear. Rabbit headgear. That's what it is.
That would be adorable.
We are talking with Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto from CinemaVet, cinemavet.com, 661-253-9300. Thanks for the skinny on the rabbits as pet. Appreciate it. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Have a great rest of your week.
Thanks. You too.